Well, hello, and welcome to Christina Shirey's first Flex Friday.
Roll the intro. The phrase one another is found dozens of times in the New Testament. In fact, we are encouraged and commanded to do things with one another.
So the mission at Impact City Church, the church that Christina and I attend, is to love, grow, and impact. So to love, we mean to love God, people, and life, to grow closer to God, each other, one another, and your purpose, and to impact families, our city, and the world. But really what we're focusing on today is the fact that we are called to grow closer to one another.
One another. You're my other. You're my one another.
Yep, I agree.
My another.
You're my favorite one another.
You're my another mother. Other. My another other.
Nutter butter. All right, so what are some of the other one another verses that are found in scripture that we're talking about? Let's share a few.
Oh.
We'll both share a few.
You want me to share some?
Yeah, let's share some.
Oh, okay. In First you try doing this. You try doing this. Try it. And send me your videos if we see how many times you mess up. In 1 Thessalonians 4, we are told to encourage one another. We're told to offer hospitality to one another without grumbling in 1 Peter 4. How many of us, okay, just a question, because I'm guilty or not of grumbling before guests come over, like, oh, I gotta get my house clean. Oh my gosh, I gotta do the dishes. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Anybody help me. Have any of you done that? A little bit of grumbling before hospitality, before you're hospitable, before your friendly guests come over? You're freaking out. You know you are. I am too. 15 times we're told to love one another. Jesus said, guys, love one another the way that I have loved you. So you must love one another.
We're told to accept one another in Romans 15, just as Christ has accepted you and I.
How many of us Christians are known for what we are against instead of what we're for? You guys, accepting somebody doesn't mean that we're accepting sin. It just means that we're loving people. We don't have to accept sin, but we do have to accept people and love people. Jesus is commanding us to love people.
We're told to spur one another on to love and good works in the book of Hebrews. We're told to forgive one another,
to bear with one another,
to speak to one another,
to teach one another.
And I know this one's hard sometimes to accept, but we're told to correct one another.
So what's the point, you guys?
The point is that you can't be an obedient, growing Christian alone.
We need each other. We need to encourage each other. We need to uplift each other. We need to even correct each other sometimes, and that is difficult. We have to teach each other. I know things you may not know, and I'm sure you definitely know things I don't know. But that's the point. We need each other. We need love sometimes when we're down. Sometimes we need somebody who has a joyful heart to bring up our sorrowful spirits. We need each other. Don't isolate yourself. When you're in isolation, that's when the enemy loves to work. That's when he loves to get in your mind. And that's when you start believing the lies that he's telling you. When you're with other Christians, when you're with people who love Jesus, that's when you can be the best you. That's when you get to grow. That's when you get to be the person God created you to be. We need each other.
Well said. You can't love one another without another. You can't practice hospitality in your home without another. And you can't encourage one another without another. So if you want to be a growing, obedient Christian, you need to be in community where there's other people.
Connection is why we are here. This is what gives us purpose and meaning to our lives.
So if you're involved in a church, we highly encourage you to get involved in your church's small group or a grow group, which is what we practice at Impact City Church. In fact, I took some footage and I asked some members of our grow group what they love most about it. So here's what they had to say.
favorite thing is being able to interact closer with people.
Interacting with everybody, getting to know people, and the feedback and the sharing of ideas.
I think because it is small group and you can talk and you bond with people and you feel more vulnerable and you feel more open, that you can tell your story and you don't have a whole congregation listening to you. You make friends.
I like coming together and making friends. I like that there's no pressure. If you don't know as much about the Bible as someone else, you're not going to be shunned. You get to learn without the pressure of everybody else knows and you don't.
I'm here with Tom. Tom, same question I'm asking everybody. What is your favorite thing about small group?
Oh, it definitely has to be the chance to meet people. Coming from a bigger church, we kind of got involved in things, but we never really felt like we plugged in. And I think that's what this is doing. I mean, just last Sunday, right?
Right.
Came to the house and enjoyed, your company, the family. Loved the worship, your worship room. But it's getting to know folks on a personal level.
Makes a big church feel much smaller.
Just learning more about the Bible that I didn't know before, and also meeting new friends and meeting new people, and having people when I do come to church on Sunday that know me and can say hi. Before I kind of came in and ran out, so that's been fun.
Making new friends and of course learning. Yeah, the videos are nice to help when you're maybe struggling with how to interpret something. So that's good.
Simple question. What's your favorite thing about small group?
My favorite thing about small group, do I only have to say one?
You can say multiple.
Okay. Definitely the people, the conversations, and I leave every week with more knowledge.
Good.
And I love that. I'm thankful for that.
Sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Favorite thing about small group?
I have to say it's the people. Meeting everyone and getting to know people, getting plugged into the community, I think is the best part.
Awesome. Thank you.
Favorite thing about small group is getting to know people that I see in church but don't really have a chance to talk to because I'm always scrambling to get my kids in and out.
Right.
So it's nice to get to know everyone and have fellowship together.
Just meeting new people and spending a little bit more time with them than we can just on Sundays.
I really like the fact that I can ask questions, that I can learn more, and when they do it up there and then I try to go home and try to decipher it myself, won't always make sense. So I like the fact that I can ask questions and we can discuss things.
Perfect.
And making friends.
Thank you.
Eating tonight.
Favorite thing about small group?
I gotta say it's the people. I love meeting everybody, new people in the church. I've been coming for about a year now, and just being able to get to meet people as I'm coming along. Also with doing the Ephesians study, it gets me back in the Bible, reading, getting back to reading Word on a daily basis.
My favorite thing about small group is meeting new people, if you haven't met them yet. Just building relationships, which is important.
Small group is getting everybody's perspective on different topics and meeting new people.
I love getting to know everybody. I love everybody's personality, their perspective, their input, their thoughts. There's so many creative people in this group. I just love everything about everybody.
We have a fantastic group for sure.
It's the best.
No doubt. We're lucky.
We have the best group of people ever.
We do.
It's not because of us, it's because of them. We love you guys. Thanks for being a part of our group. Have a happy Flex Friday. I've been working out, guys, so hopefully these biceps start looking better.
I weigh 186 pounds. Muscle.
Pure muscle. It's like a bull. Are bulls muscular?